Yeah, go.
Okay. Okay, so we want to talk about foot assessment tonight. So a couple of things that we look for is we're going to look at the arches of the feet. So you can have somebody sit in a chair, and the idea is to have them sitting with their feet to where they can go from a sitting to a standing without moving the feet. Now you can measure the arches. You can use an index card, you can use your finger, we have little measuring devices we can use. There's various things you can do. Anyway, what you can do is you want to put a finger, see how far it can go under the arch. Now my finger, I almost get to the first crease in my finger. I can check the other side, and I got a little bit more arch on the right. Now I'm going to go to a standing position from that position. Now I want to see what happens to the arches. Do they stay the same, or do they start to collapse? We call functional loss of the arch. And now I can barely get a finger under there. So this arch on my left foot actually collapses. If we check the right, it stays about the same. This foot sustained an injury several years back, the ankle, so I know there are dysfunctional problems. So that's one thing you can look at the feet. Another thing that you can look at on the feet is you can look at the Achilles tendon, how the person stands normal, square. You might have them march in place a couple steps. Just stand what's comfortable, relaxed, and you can look at the Achilles tendon to see if it looks like it's bowed out, or if it's bowed in, or if it's straight. And that can be an indication if there's a problem or not. The other thing that you can look at on feet is you can look at the bottoms of the feet and see where the calluses are, the wear and tear. So when you're looking at the bottom of someone's foot, you want to see, ideally more of the calluses are going to be on the outer edges versus calluses right directly across the bottom. If you see a lot of callus buildup here, knows we have dropping of the toes here, which can create some significant problems. It can also be an early indication of something when you actually get Morton's neuromas, which is a painful growth around the nerve in that part of the foot, and people get a lot of pain when they wear shoes with a tight toe box, or any compression or squeezing can create a lot of pain and discomfort. That can be corrected by proper exercises, adjusting the feet, and orthotics. Okay, now I want to show you typically what we do as far as assessing the foot and doing an adjustment. A little less. There you go. Is that going to work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're adjusting somebody's feet. Oftentimes we're going to need to adjust them. There's 26 bones in here that all have to move and work together. So a couple things we're going to check is we're going to do what we call forced dorsiflexion, looking for any limited motion to see if the ankle needs to be adjusted. We're going to check the motion in the heel. Also going to check what we call forefoot motion, see what the motion is in the small bones of the foot there. You can also check motion here. There's several bones, like I said, that can be adjusted or need to be adjusted. We can also do some muscle testing for the bone on the outside, so the person holds their foot up and out and resist, looking for any weakness on the outer edge to indicate dysfunction up there. Typical adjustment ankle. This ankle needs an adjustment, so I'm going to do an adjustment of the ankle, so it's a quick tug and pull on the direct bone. We may adjust the bottoms of the feet, may adjust the toes, depending on what's indicated. But that is going to help improve foot function immensely. The other thing we do is we like to adjust the feet before we actually cast for custom orthotic. That way we're making appropriate orthotic and we're not casting to a dysfunctional foot. And stay tuned for our next video, and we will demonstrate and show you what it looks like to have a gait scan to get custom orthotics, or to assess how your feet travel when you're walking in motion.